Hello friends, Kurt Bergman back with you. This is 2016 Cubs week, if you weren't with me yesterday, for my book review of The Cubs Way by Tom Verducci. It sort of set the theme for this week. We're going to be looking at the 2016 Cubs all this week, and the game that we will be doing today, or the engine that we'll be using today, is the sim called Pine Tar Baseball. I haven't had that on my channel for a while, and I just picked a couple teams. The 2016 Cubs will be hosting today, and the team they will be hosting is the 2017 Los Angeles Dodgers. So it'll be kind of an interesting matchup. You could make an argument that the 2017 Dodgers were the best of the Dodger teams in the second decade of the 2000s. The opposing pitchers today will be John Lester for the Cubs, going against Clayton Kershaw for the 2017 Dodgers. Pine Tar Baseball is a wonderful game. I'm going to put links to Pine Tar on the description for this video below, and please don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel. I need your subscriptions to keep my channel going, my friends, and I do appreciate your help in that area. Okay, so with all that said, as preamble, let's get to the starting lineups for today's game. Visiting 2017 Dodgers, it'll be Chris Taylor leading off in center field, Justin Turner batting second at third base, Cody Bellinger batting third at first base, Yasiel Puig batting fourth in right field, Kike Hernandez batting fifth in left field, Corey Seager batting sixth at shortstop, Logan Forsythe batting seventh at second base, and Austin Barnes batting eighth behind the plate. On the mound, it's Kershaw. He's an A-plus pitcher the first two times through the order, and he remains an A-plus pitcher. Of course, this is on the road. They're at Wrigley Field today, the third time and subsequent times through the order. He has strikeout modifiers on 55 and 77, and he can give you 7 innings and more if it's going well. For the homestanding Cubs, I grabbed the Cubs team from the Pine Tar World Series set. If you haven't picked that up, that will be linked in the description for the video as well. Leading off in center field, these are regular playing card stock, poker card stock, the wonderful set that James Formal created. Dexter Fowler will lead off in center field. Anthony Rizzo bats second at first base. Chris Bryant bats third at third base. Ben Zobrist will bat fourth in left field. Addison Russell will bat fifth at shortstop. Jason Hayward bats sixth in right field. Javi Baez bats sixth, and he plays second base. And David Ross, Lester's personal catcher, of course, will bat eighth and do the catching. And there's Lester. He is an A-plus pitcher at home, and he remains an A-plus pitcher. No strikeout or walk modifiers. He can go 6 and more if it's going well. And we are ready to start our ball game today. Usually for Pine Tar, we use 4 dice. I'm just going to use 2. I'm not going to use the indicator die. We will use the blue die when we do error checks, so we'll pull that one out. The red die will be for the tens digit. The white die will be for the ones digit. And here we go. Okay. So we have a roll of a 34 against the left-handed pitcher is ball 4. And Chris Taylor will take his base, and we are underway in the top of the first. Here comes Justin Turner. Lester with the stretch, and the delivery to Mr. Turner is a ground ball to Bryant at third. He goes to Baez for 1. The relay to Rizzo is not in time. Turner beats the wrap and is safe at first on a fielder's choice. So with 1 out, it's Bellinger. Lester the stretch one more time, and we're going to have our first modifier table check. This is a double for Bellinger, and there's a runner. No, there's no runner in scoring position. Lester is an A-plus pitcher right now, and so he will hit it on the ground to second base. This is Tobias. Yeah, so Baez is going to go to Russell for one. And the relay to Rizzo is not in time to get Bellinger either. So with 2 outs now, it's Puig and Bellinger at first base. Lester the stretch, and the delivery is hit on the ground to third. This is Bryant. He'll go the short way to Baez, and that will retire the Dodgers in inning number 1. No score after a half inning. Here come the Cubs. Kershaw up on the mound, and Fowler ready to dig in. Fowler, Rizzo, and Bryant for the Cubs today on the top of the order. Hey, strikes out Fowler. There's one for Kershaw. Rizzo is up now. Pitch to Anthony is lifted into center field. Under this one is Chris Taylor, and there are 2 away in the Cub first. Now it's Chris Bryant. Pitch to Bryant. Hey, struck him out. Kershaw's got it working. It's a 1-2-3 first inning for the Dodger left-hander. Go to the second with no score at Wrigley. Here comes Kike Hernandez, Corey Seager, and Logan Forsythe for the Dodgers. 5, 6, 7 batters in inning number 2. And it's going to be trouble for Hernandez. This is line just inside the line past Rizzo down into the right field corner. Jason Hayward's got to go dig it out. Hernandez around first quickly, going to second, and Hayward's throw will be late as Hernandez is in scoring position now with nobody out in the second. Lester the stretch and the delivery, and we got to check the modifier table again. Runner in scoring position, A+. Hey, struck him out. 1 gone with Lester's first strikeout in the second. Now it's Forsythe. Lester the stretch, and the pitch to Logan is a ground ball to Rizzo. He's going to glove it and take it himself. Hernandez moves to third with 2 outs, and it's Austin Barnes coming to the plate. And Kershaw is on deck. Lester the stretch, and the delivery to Barnes is ball 4. He walks the Dodger catcher, so there's Dodgers at the corners now for Kershaw. 2 outs. Lester's a pitch away from getting out of the inning. The pitch is hit on the ground to Baez. He's going to go the short way to Russell covering second, and that will retire the Dodgers. They do threaten, but don't score. In the second, after 1.5, we have a scoreless ball game. It's Zobrist, Russell, and Hayward coming up in the Cubs second. Pitch from Kershaw is hit in the air to left field. Under it is Kike Hernandez, and there's 1 out. Now it's Russell. Kershaw winds and delivers. Hey, struck him out. Number 3 for Clayton. 5 in a row to start the game, and now it's Hayward. Kershaw winds and delivers. His hit in the air to left. Hernandez toward the line will get there and make the catch for out number 3. 6 up, 6 down for Kershaw. After 2 complete, it's no score at Wrigley. Lester will get the top of the Dodger order in inning number 3. Taylor, Turner, and Bellinger. Lester winds and delivers. This is strike 3 called. Turner watches it go by, or Taylor watches it go by. He is gone. Here comes Justin Turner. Lester winds and delivers, and this is hit to the right and deep. Back goes Hayward, and it's gone for Justin Turner. 1-0 Dodger lead here in the third. Bellinger is 0 for 1. The pitch from Lester is strike 3 swinging. Big changeup from Lester. Bellinger swings through it, and now it's Puig. Puig's 0 for 1. The pitch from Lester is a error check. So we're going to need our blue die now for this one. Here's our chart. The red and the white tell us where it happens, and the blue tells us if it happens. This is hit to right. Jason Hayward is on the run, and he will nigh, but clanks off his glove. It's going to be a one-base error for Hayward as Puig is aboard on the error. 2 outs, Puig at first, and Kike Hernandez at the plate. The pitch to him is hit on the ground to Bryant. He gloves it. Plants throws to Rizzo, and that will retire the Dodgers in the third. But they get a run on a Justin Turner 1-out homer. After 2.5, it's 1-0 Dodgers. Kershaw will now face the bottom third of the Cub order. It's Baez, Ross, and Lester in inning number 3. The pitch to Javi. Ground ball hit to Logan Forsythe. He gloves it and flips to Bellinger for out number 1. Here's David Ross. Kershaw winds and delivers. This is ball 4, and the Cubs have their first base runner of the ball game. Lester coming up now. Joe Madden called Lester the best bunter on the team. Let's see if that's true. Kershaw the stretch, the pitch to Lester. He's going to square around, and he gets it down. He gets the bunt down. Gloved by Bellinger, who turns and throws to Forsythe covering first, and that will move Ross to second base. Now it's Dexter Fowler, 0 for 1. The pitch from Kershaw is ball 4. 2 walks in the inning now for Kershaw. 2 on with 2 outs for Rizzo. Kershaw the stretch and the delivery. This is going to be an error check. Red and the white tell us where. The blue tell us if it happens. 13 is hit to Bellinger at first base. The 4 we compare to Bellinger's E rating, which is a 4, and it's going to be an error. So it's a one-base error on Bellinger. That will, and it's a 2-base advance with 2 outs with the asterisk. So, yep, right there. So that will score Ross with the tying run. It's 1-1, and Fowler goes to third. Cubs at the corners now, chance for more. We got a 1-1 ball game, and it's Bryant at the plate. An unearned run off Kershaw here in the bottom of the third. The pitch from Clayton is lofted in the air to center field. That's Chris Taylor one more time. He's going to put it away for out number 3, but the Cubs get a run on no hits and leave 2 after 3. We have a 1-1 ball game. So the Dodgers will bring up Seager, Forsythe, and Barnes. 6, 7, 8 hitters in inning number 4. Inning number 4. Pitch to Seager is hit in the air to right field. Under this one is Jason Hayward, and he'll put it away for out number 1. Logan Forsythe, 1 out in the 4th, 1-1 ball game. The pitch from Lester is ball 4. Forsythe takes his base, not really a threat to steal. And so here comes Austin Barnes. Lester the stretch, and the delivery is hit on the ground to Russell at short. He goes to Baez at second for 1. The relay to Rizzo is not in time as Barnes beats the wrap. So with 2 outs and Barnes at first, it'll be Kershaw coming to the plate. The pitch from Lester. Hey, struck him out, and John Lester has 4 strikeouts now. That ends the 4th inning for the Dodgers after 3.5. It is 1-1 in this game. Zobrist, Russell, and Hayward. Cubs still don't have a hit, but they do have a run, thanks to the Bellinger error in inning number 3. Zobrist up, Kershaw winds and delivers to Ben, and he struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Kershaw. He's walked 2 and allowed 1 unearned run. Addison Russell at the plate. 0 for 1 in this game. The pitch to Addison is hit on the ground to Corey Seager. To his left, he plants. He throws to Bellinger for out number 2 in the 4th, and now it'll be Hayward. Jason's 0 for 1. The pitch from Kershaw is hit on the ground to Bellinger. He gloves it, flips to Kershaw covering first, and that will retire the Cubs in inning number 4. We've played 4 complete. We got a 1-1 game. We got a good one going at Wrigley. Lester gets the top of the Dodger order in inning number 5. It's Chris Taylor, Justin Turner, and Cody Bellinger. The pitch to Taylor is strike 3 swinging. Strikeout number 5 for Lester. 1 gone in the 5th, and now it's Turner, who homered in the 3rd for the Dodgers offense. The pitch, Hayes struck him out. 3 strikeouts in a row now for Lester. 6 in the game, and Bellinger's up with 2 outs and nobody aboard. Cody is 0 for 2. The pitch from Lester is a ground ball to Baez. To his left, gloves it, throws to Rizzo, and that retires the Dodgers in the 5th. We're halfway through this one, and it's a 1-1 ball game. Kershaw will get the bottom third of the Cubs order in the bottom of the 5th. Baez, Ross, and Lester. The pitch to Javi is a base hit to right. Baez takes Kershaw the other way for the first Cubs hit of the ball game. So we're going to check our Austin Barnes throwing arm. It's a +4. Ross comes to the plate. Kershaw the stretch. The delivery to Ross, and there goes Baez. The throw down from Barnes to Forsythe, not in time. Baez slides in with a stolen base, and he's in scoring position with nobody out now for Ross. Ross took a strike. He's behind in the count 0-1. Lester on deck. Kershaw's pitch to the Cubs catcher is a error check. We have an error check. And it's a 25. That's hit to Bellinger, but it's a 9. That's too high. So it's a line out to Bellinger for 1 out, and that will bring up Lester. Joe Madden going to ask him to bunt again. Don't know. Kershaw the stretch. Delivery, Lester is bunting, and he does get it down. The 12 means that he bunts it to Turner. At third, he gloves it and throws to Forsythe at first, and that will advance Baez to third base with 2 outs now for Fowler. Cubs' lead run is 90 feet away. Kershaw the stretch, the delivery to Fowler, and there's a base hit. Cubs have the lead. Base hit to right field. Puig collects it and throws it back in as Baez scores with the Cubs' second run of the game. The Cubs lead 2-1. And now it's Rizzo. 0 for 2 in today's game. Kershaw's pitch to Anthony is strike 3 swinging on a bender. That is strikeout number 5 for Kershaw and closes out the 5th inning for the Cubs. They get 1 run on 2 hits and leave 1 after 5 complete. It's 2-1 2016 Cubs over the 2017 Dodgers. Lester back on the bump. He will face Puig, Kike Hernandez, and Corey Seager in inning number 6. Pitch to Puig is a line shot at Bryant. There's one down. Kike Hernandez is 1 for 2. He doubled back in the second. The pitch from Lester is hit on the ground to Baez up the middle. Javi gloves it and throws to Rizzo for out number 2. And now it's Corey Seager 0 for 2. The pitch from Lester. Hey, struck him out. Second time Seager has struck out. 7th time Lester has fanned a Dodger hitter today. After 5.5, it's 2-1 Cubs. Good ball game today. Don't forget to check out the Pine Tar links in the description for the video. All right, so we have Bryant, Zobrist, and Russell, 3, 4, 5 hitters in the Cub order, coming up against Kershaw in inning number 6. Pitch to Chris is a rare play check. We have a rare play check. And nobody's on with the 64. Bryant chops it. It's off Kershaw's glove. It rolls towards Seager. And Bryant's going to be safe with an infield hit. All right, so there's our rare play. And Bryant is at first base. So now it's Zobrist. Cleanup batter for the Cubs today. Kershaw the stretch. And the delivery to Ben is a base hit to left. Drops in front of Kike Hernandez. So Bryant will stop at second. And there's 2 Cubs on with nobody out in the 6th. That's going to get the Dodger bullpen going. And it'll be... Who will it be? Who will it be? Who will it be? It's going to be Brandon Morrow and Tony Cingrani, lefty-righty double-barreled action, just the way I like it. Getting started here with Russell coming to the plate. 2 outs, or nobody out, 2 on, excuse me. Russell is 0 for 2 today, and not much of a bunter, as you can see on his card. So, Kershaw's pitch is hit on the ground to Seager. He gloves it. Goes to Forsythe for 1, and the relay to Bellinger is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 6-4-3 double play turned by the Dodgers. Bryant goes to third, and Hayward comes to the plate. An insurance run for the Cubs is 90 feet away. Pitch to Jason from Kershaw is trouble. This is a base hit to center field. Drops in front of Taylor. Bryant will score with the 3rd run. It's for the game for the Cubs. And it's a 3-1 Cubs lead in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Baez. And that's going to do it. Out of the dugout comes Dave Roberts. He wants the right-hander Morrow to take over and face the right-handed hitting Baez. Kershaw's day is done. He goes 5 2/3 innings. Cingrani continues to throw in the bullpen. Kershaw goes 5 2/3 innings. He allows 5 hits. He walks 2. He struck out 4. He allowed 3 runs. They're all earned. No, they're not all earned. 2 are earned. And Hayward on first base is his responsibility. So Morrow, the stretch, and the delivery to Baez. Hey, struck him out, and that will retire the Cubs in inning number 6. But they pick up an insurance run, and after 6, they lead 3-1. Dodgers have the bottom third of the order coming up in the 7th. It's Forsythe, Barnes, and Morrow, who will doubtless be pinch hit for. Lester back out. He's exceeding his maximum innings pitched because he's allowed fewer than 3 runs, so he can give you a bonus inning. The the wind from Lester, and it's a base hit for Forsythe. This is going to be trouble. It gets to the gap. It's past Fowler. It splits Fowler and Hayward. Forsythe around first. He's got a leadoff double, and the Cubs bullpen will get cooking now. It's going to be Carl Edwards, and no, it's not going to be Carl Edwards. It's not going to be, oh boy, who's it going to be? It's going to be Hector Rondon. And for the left-hander, it'll be Mike Montgomery. Lefty-righty double-barreled action for the Cubs. But for now, Lester has to worry about Austin Barnes. We're in the top of the 7th. It's 3-1 Chicago. Lester, the stretch. Delivery. Barnes is 0 for 1. The ground ball, Bryant. He looks Forsythe back to second and throws to Rizzo for out number 1. Morrow is due and will not bat. So Morrow's day is done. With a third of an inning, he got a strikeout, and that is all for his stats. Let's see who we got here for the Dodgers. Josh Fields is going to start to throw along with Cingrani in the Dodger bullpen. We're going to get a pinch hitter from Morrow. It's going to be, boy, they got nothing but lefties except for Yasmani Grandal, so don't really like to use the catcher this early, but they're going to. Grandal is the potential tying run coming to the plate. He is batting for Morrow. On deck is Taylor. 2017, Grandal hit .247 for the Dodgers. Lester the stretch, and the delivery hit on the ground to Bryant at third one more time. He looks Forsythe back to second and throws to Rizzo for out number 2. And that'll bring up Taylor. Taylor is 0 for 2. He also walked. The pitch from Lester is a ground ball to Rizzo, 65. He's going to glove it and take it himself to first base. That will retire the Dodgers in inning number 7. It's time to stretch them out at Wrigley Field, with the Cubs leading this one 3-1. The new pitcher for the Dodgers will be right-hander Josh Fields. He is an A-plus pitcher on the road with a strikeout modifier of 77. He's a right-hander, and he will face Ross, then Lester, or a pinch hitter, and then Fowler. And so they're going to stick with Ross. 0 for 1 for David. The pitch from Fields is trouble for Fields. This is going to be hit to center, left center field, and it's going to split Hernandez and Taylor. David Ross turning on the afterburners and getting into second with nobody out. We're going to get a pinch hitter now for Lester, as Joe Madden's going to go for the jugular. And the pinch hitter is going to be Tommy La Stella against Fields. Lester's day is done at 7 complete innings. He allowed 3 hits, 1 home run. He walked 3, struck out 7, allowed 1 run. It was earned. He is in line for the win. La Stella facing Fields with Ross at second base. Fields the stretch, and the delivery to Tommy La Stella is hit on the ground to Logan Forsythe. Forsythe to his left, gloves it, and throws to Bellinger at first for the putout, as Ross advances to third. Now he's 90 feet away, and Fowler comes up, so the Dodger infield is going to move in. And Fields is going to try and get Fowler. Fields the stretch, and the delivery is an error check. So we're going to add our blue die into the mix and roll them. 30 is hit to Forsyth. Logan Forsyth's error number, if it's a more than a 3, it is a 3, and that's going to be bobbled by Forsyth. Fowler will be safe, and Ross scores on the error. Second unearned run of the ball game for the Dodgers. And Fowler safe at first, so now it'll be Rizzo. Dave Roberts out of the dugout. He wants Cingrani to face Rizzo and try and minimize the damage here in the Cubs' 7th. So Cingrani is on. In the bottom of the 7th. Starting to warm in the Dodger bullpen is Pedro Baez and Tony Watson. Lefty-righty double-barreled action. Just the way I like it. So Fowler at first, 1 out. Rizzo at the plate. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch from Cingrani. Hey, struck him out. And that will retire the Cub first baseman. 2 gone now in the bottom of the 7th. And Bryant comes to the plate. And they're not going to let Cingrani face Bryant, so that's going to do it for Cingrani. He pitches a third of an inning, gets a strikeout, and it's going to be Pedro Baez now coming on in the bottom of the 7th. Third pitcher of the inning for Dave Roberts. Baez is a C pitcher on the road with walk modifiers on 55 and 77. Bryant, 2 outs, Fowler at first, and Bryant is 1 for 3 on the day. The pitch from Baez, hey, struck him out, and the Dodgers get out of the 7th. The Cubs, however, get an insurance run on a hit, and they leave 1. It's unearned thanks to the Forsyth error. After 7 complete, it's 4-1 Chicago. And we're going to have a new Cubs pitcher. It's going to be Hector Rondon. And in the bullpen starting to throw is Aroldis Chapman. Montgomery has taken a seat, and Aroldis Chapman has replaced him in the bullpen. So, Rondon is on. He will bat in the 9 spot in the order. And he gets the 8th inning, in which he will face Justin Turner, Cody Bellinger, and Yasiel Puig. Turner is 1 for 3. The pitch from Rondon. The Dodgers are trailing 4-1. The pitch is a base hit for Turner, his 2nd of the game, right back through the box. And so the Dodgers have a base runner in the 8th. Bellinger up, 0 for 3. The pitch from Rondon is a base hit. That's a base hit for Bellinger to left field. Turner will stop at second base, and that's going to bring the tying run to the plate in Yasiel Puig. Rondon in a jam, and Chapman is being joined in the bullpen now by Pedro Strop. Lefty-righty double-barreled action for the Cubs. Nobody out in the Dodger 8th. Rondon the stretch and the delivery to Puig. Hey, struck him out. Puig goes down for the 4th time today, and there's 1 out in the 8th for Kike Hernandez, and he's being called back to the dugout. Dave Roberts wants no part of him batting, and so it's going to be who's it going to be? It's going to be Jock Peterson going to bat for Hernandez. Peterson becomes the potential tying run in this game. Turner still at second. Bellinger still at first. The pitch to Jock is hit in the air to right. Hayward toward the line. Hayward gonna make the catch, and Turner will hold at second. That'll bring up Seager. 2 outs, 2 on now for Seager. Rondon the stretch and the delivery, and it's ball 2. Ball 2. The pitch now to Seager is to center and deep. Fowler back, track, wall, gone. A 3-run bomb for Corey Seager has tied this ball game at 4 in the top of the 8th. Rondon gags up the lead. Forsythe coming to the plate now. They could hit for him. And no, they're not going to. Forsythe will bat. A pitch from Rondon. Hit to center. Fowler under it and makes the catch, but a nightmarish top of the 8th. As the Dodgers score 3 on a 3-run home run by Corey Seager, and the game is now tied at 4. So we have a defensive switch for the Dodgers. Peterson will go play center field, and Chris Taylor will move to left field in the bottom of the 8th. We also have Baez will come out for his first full inning of work. And the Dodger bullpen is cooking with Tony Watson and Ross Stripling. All right, so Zobrist, Russell, and Hayward coming up for Chicago against Baez or whomever. Zobrist is 1 for 3. We're in the bottom of the 8th, and the score is tied at 4. The pitch from Baez is a comebacker, gloved by Baez. He's going to take a couple steps toward Bellinger and flip him the ball for out number 1. Now it's Russell. Pitch from Baez. Got to check the modifier table. He's a C. That's lifted to center field. Jock Peterson is there for out number 2. And now it'll be Hayward. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, tie ball game. The pitch from Baez. Hit to right, not deep. Yasiel Puig is there for out number 3. So we are all tied up going to the 9th inning. Good game today, my friends. All right, it's going to be Strop on for the Cubs. Chapman throwing lightly in the Cubs bullpen. It's going to be 8-9-1 in the order for the Dodgers. Barnes, Baez, and Taylor due. Dodgers are out of catchers, so Barnes will bat. Against Strop. Strop is a B pitcher at home. He has strikeout modifiers on 55 through 60 and 77, and he can give you an inning. The pitch to Barnes is a base hit. He is on to lead off the 9th. That may change the Dodger thinking about the pinch hitter. Or no, it won't. So Curtis Granderson is going to pinch hit for the Dodgers here in inning number 9. He may be asked to bunt. Taylor is on deck. All right, so Strop the stretch, the pitch to Granderson. He is bunting. He gets it down, and it goes to Rizzo. Anthony gloves it and flips to Baez covering first, and that will advance Barnes to second base with 1 out. Now it's Chris Taylor coming up. Strop in trouble. Lead run in scoring position. Excuse me. Dodgers have some options on the bench, but they're not going to go to them yet. Strop the stretch, and the delivery to Taylor is hitting the air to left. Zobrist under this one toward the line will make the catch, and Barnes cannot advance. So it's up to Justin Turner now with 2 outs in the ninth. And Barnes still at second base. Strop the stretch, and the delivery is strike 3 on the modifier. Strop blows away Turner, and that will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the ninth in a 4-4 ball game for the Cubs. We need a new Dodger pitcher. So Granderson is done. He is out of the lineup, and it'll be Ross Stripling on, and he will bat in the 9 spot in the order. Baez, Ross, and Strop are due. Baez leads off. Stripling the stretch, and the delivery, and this is a base hit with the modifier table needing to be checked. Stripling is an E pitcher on the road. He has a strikeout modifier of 77. So it's a base hit for Baez, but Stripling is an E. Is Baez going to try for extra bases? He's around first, and here he goes to second. The throw coming in from Jock Peterson is late, and Baez is safe on a headfirst slide. He is in scoring position with nobody out in the bottom of the ninth for David Ross. Ross is being called back to the bench. And it's going to be Miguel Montero to bat for the Cubs catcher. So Montero will now bat. Stripling in a jam. They could walk Montero here, but he didn't have a good year with the stick, so they're going to go after him. Stripling's pitch to Miguel Montero is strike 3 swinging. 1 down. Montero fails to advance the runner. Now there's going to be a pinch hitter for Strop. And who are they going to go with? They are going to go with Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber coming off the bench. World Series hero, of course. Batting for Strop. Baez on second. Very fast. Stripling. Well, they could go to Watson here. No, they're not. They're leaving Stripling in. The pitch to Schwarber is a strikeout, but pitcher modifier check. Base hit for Schwarber. All right, so that's a single. It drops in front of Peterson. Baez around third. Peterson gloves it, fires home toward Barnes, and Baez slides in safe. The Cubs win it on a walk-off single pinch hit single by Kyle Schwarber. It is a 5-4 Cubs victory. Let's give you the totals. For the Cubs, 5 runs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. And they committed 1 error. For the Dodgers, 4 runs on 6 hits. And they committed 2 errors, both of them leading to runs being scored. The winning pitcher, Pedro Strop for the Cubs. The loser, Ross Stripling for the Dodgers. Thanks for being with me. This is Pine Tar Baseball, my friends. Check out the link in the description for this video. Thanks for being with me. Have a wonderful day. More 2016 Cubs on the way. Different game engine. Stay tuned for that as well. Have a great one. Don't forget to subscribe. So long, everybody.